Hey guys, Alec Peirce at the ranch on a beautiful day. Here we are in November. A little unusual. We have snow in November. We haven't had snow in November in a long time. However, this will be gone. We're going to have about a week of 40-degree weather coming up, so this will all be gone. Back to normal. No snow. Anyway, it's quite nice. And I wanted to share this with you because we have had a bit of an issue. We've been here for a long time. And you know our house and the driveway, the long driveway. We have 600 feet driveway in front of the house, and the house faces the west. The wind comes from the west, northwest, like this, which means that the snow comes this way, towards the house and the driveway. I don't care about the house, it's fine, but the driveway, especially with the wind on a windy day, used to get some pretty good drifts in it. Now, of course, I have a tractor and a snowblower and all that kind of stuff, but we like to avoid those drifts if we can. What we've been doing the last, almost 10 years, certainly 5 or 6 years at least, is putting up a piece of snow fence. So we have 200 feet of snow fence. Now we started out using plastic snow fence. I think I talked about this, didn't I, Kevin? We started out using that plastic, that modern plastic snow fence, you know, the nice stuff, nice and light with the holes in it. Now, we didn't like it. It didn't stand up. I don't know if it was the sun and the winter, and we roll it up in the summertime and tuck it away, but still it didn't stand up. It tore, it broke, and so eventually we got rid of the plastic snow fence, and we went back to the good old tried and true wooden snow fence, as you see here. And it actually has been really good for us. In my opinion, it's easier to put up. We put the posts in, we roll the fence out, and then we stand the fence up, wire it. Nice and easy, and it's been working pretty well for us. But I'm getting older, Dan is getting older for sure, and so we've been looking for ways to make our life easier here at the ranch, and so we've been kicking around the idea of getting rid of the snow fence. What can we do? And the only thing you can really do is build a hedge. So we decided, sure, let's get some cedars. We have a big property, and we have lots of cedars out there in the bush, lots of cedars. So I figured, hey, no problem, Alec, you're a smart guy, go get some cedars, plant them, and make a cedar hedge. Keep it short, not too high, you know, maybe 3 or 4 feet, so it doesn't ruin the view and so on. And we make a nice cedar hedge. And it certainly acts as a snow break. And in 2 or 3 or 4 years, it'll be good. We can put the snow fence away permanently. So we did that. We figured we'd get some nice cedars. I took the backhoe out, dug out some cedars. I have some. This is a fairly tall one. It's actually too tall. This is too tall. Actually, it's, I don't know, 7 feet. I don't want it that tall, and we want about like this maximum. But we got some shorter ones, nice little ones from the bush, and this one as well. And dug them out in the backhoe, brought them back. Then we used the backhoe to dig a hole and put them back in. A lot of work. First of all, the cedars weren't really good. You know, they're natural cedars anyway, not from a greenhouse. So some caught, some didn't. A bit of a nuisance. So I finally, hey, what the heck? So we went and bought seedlings. They're called seedlings. They're 10 to 12 inches tall with a great big root ball. It's actually a good root ball. 10 or 12 inches tall, and they're cheap, $2 a piece. We went and bought 100 of those, and we decided, okay, let's get this cedar hedge built. And we started one day, and again I got the backhoe out to dig a hole to put the cedar, and we did half a dozen with the backhoe, and what a mess. The backhoe makes an awful mess. The ground was a bit damp, it was, and makes an awful mess. So finally, I don't know if it was myself or Dan, I said, hey, this is stupid. Why don't we use the auger? We have an auger which makes a 9 to 10 inch hole, as deep as you want it to go. It's quick and easy, drill out like that, and it's worked great. So rather than having to use the backhoe, move it and make a mess to dig 100 holes, we use the auger, and here's some pictures for you to look at. And we simply went along and drilled the holes. We put them fairly close together, 2 or 3 feet apart, and then we made a second. We had lots. Well, more than we needed. We put about, 75 down, and we still had 25 left, so we put a second row spaced in between right beside us. So now we have our cedars. You can see some of them here. Beautiful little greenhouse grown cedars. These were seedlings, 10 inches tall, nice root ball down in there, nice big root ball and good roots down in, good moist soil. Backfill it with good soil, packed it in, and we kept it wet, watered for the first 2 weeks. That's what the instructions were, and it makes sense anyway. Cedars like moist ground, and now they're in, and we're hoping that in a year, 2 years tops, then we'll have a nice hedge here. Keep it about this tall when it grows up, and it won't take long for it to get that tall, just tall enough to be a nice snow brick. And now you can see our hedge running right down there, almost 200 feet. which is pretty good right down there. And that whole hedge, when it's completed, will stop or at least reduce the amount of snow that's blowing across our driveway and the top end of the lane itself. I'm hoping. We're going to give it a try anyway. So if you guys have the same problem, if you have a spot there in your farm and the snow is coming in and it's a nuisance, it's something to think about. Sure, you can put up snow fence, but the cedars look better. No work involved. Once they grow up a little bit, trim them once in a while. You don't want to get too high, and it's pretty cheap too. It's actually cheaper than the snow fence. Yeah, it worked really well. So we're pretty hopeful that'll work. It looks good as it is, and we'll let you know. I'll see you in 4 years. Alec Peirce at the ranch with another idea. Might help you. Take care. Bye-bye.